Here now, I think we've talked about the electric field quantization of charge. Kingsley, are you here? Okay, so I think we've talked about the quantization of electric charge. We've talked about the conservation. That means we stated the law of conservation of electric charge. We talked about the quantization at Q equals to NE, where is the E is the charge of electron. I don't want us to be buttressing too much on that. We stated the Coulomb's law, right? So we said that the Coulomb's law says that the force of attraction between two is directly proportional to the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them.
Sorry.
Okay, what's that?
This is my own first time I'm joining this class. All this one they talk, I don't understand them.
No, it's not our own issue. It's up to you, sir.
I don't tell me saying I don't start class before. I don't.
I can't come down. I can't come back with everything we've taken. So you can just have the link and go back to listen to it.
Okay.
So I'm only trying to say that for those of us that have been in this class before, I'm trying to say that we've covered this, and it's also a privilege for you to, since you've heard what you've covered now. You can just look for the link. The link will always be in the group, and you go and watch it.
Okay.
Go and read. That will make it easy. So we talked about the Coulomb's law, and we used the law to solve some questions, which many of us made attempts on. Many of us did that, yeah. So people's samples and the classworks, so many problems into the group and with their solutions. So now today, I think we'll be going to. Hey, I better go check material for me. Prodigy, Dalla. I don't know what's next. Please.
My phone and my system, like the batteries are down. But I'll try,
Hey, I beg, try. Dalla.
I'm sure I cannot finish this class, I'm very sure. Except if they bring light.
Still waiting? Still waiting. So what do you want to go?
Okay.
It's what?
So what do you want me to?
Yeah, the next thing after what we covered that day.
Okay.
We stopped after the Coulomb's law, right? So we solved questions under the Coulomb's law. So what's the next thing there? After the Coulomb's law.
That's principle of superposition.
Yeah. Principle of superposition. Let's take that first. So, principle of superposition. This actually is talking about one thing. Don't take it as something hard. Don't take it as the way it sounds. So, it's just a normal and simple thing. So, it's a principle, or let me just say it's a way that this thing comes. It's a method, yeah. So I don't really want to be explaining what principle of superposition is due to the way of explaining it. But I think in one way or the other, I will be able to give what it entails. So let's say I have a force that is in one direction. This is a force in this direction. This is another force in this direction. So there is another force.
Your camera is off.
Like this? Are you not seeing anything like this?
No, it's not now.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I said I'm given two forces now. I want to use it to explain the principle. And there is another. There is a force here like this. So there is, charge. There's another charge here, and there is another charge here. Positive, this one negative, this one negative. So definitely there will be an attraction between the both of them towards this force. Let's call this charge Q1. And I'm calling this charge Q2, calling this charge Q3. So what I believe by the principle of superposition is the relationship between these three charges. Charge 1, Q1, according to, we've talked so much about charges, so much in the last class. Mr. Austin, do you have any question? So we talked so much about charges. We stated the fundamental law of electrostatic or static electricity that like charges attract, right, like charges repels, while unlike charges attract. Now look at this Q1 and Q2. There will always be an effect between them, effect of this charge on this one, right? Why? It's either they attract each other or they repel each other. These two charges. Q1 is either Q1 attracts Q2 or they repel each other. That's the law. So if they are the same charges, like this is, or the same charge rather, if this is plus, this two is plus, definitely there is a repulsion between them. So the force that exists between them, we call it force of repulsion. That's the force that exists between them. Because of BOG, I'm going to come again. I know he has always been with us. He has always been moving with us. I know he left right now. It should be network. So I'm explaining what I said when he left again. I said the first thing is Q1, Q2. This force charged. Charge. They are of the same charge. That is the law. That like charges repels. They are of like charge. Look at it, plus plus. And even the Q1 is positive and the Q2 is negative, then they are unlike charges. So definitely there will be an attraction between them according to the fundamental law. Then unlike charges attracts. So we'll say that Q1 attracts Q2 because Q1 is positively charged and Q2 is negatively charged. Then the force of attraction is the force that will be between them. So it will be force of attraction. So Coulomb's law is now stated now without considering the type of law, the type of charge, the type of force that is existing between them. It could be force of repulsion, it could be uh,
I'm not hearing you again. Oh,
Hello, good
can't hear.
evening. It seems the network, but let's be patient.
Sorry, I just joined the class now. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
You are welcome. You are welcome. The class too just started, so you are welcome.
Thank you.
Class never start.
Please, this is my. Yes. Are you in the group?
You should probably ask in the group. Is it
To check the group. Oh, yes, I mean, so you're going to
Bala.
choke.
Bala.
I just finished speaking again.
Okay. 2 minutes. Marker. Really fast 2 minutes.
I'm really sorry. Okay. Okay. Hello, are we together, please? Are we together? All
Yes,
right. All
so
right. I'm really sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So, as I was saying, I said this is Q1 and this is Q2. So now, if Q1 is positively charged and Q2 is negatively charged, then there is a force that exists between them. That force that exists is what we call the force of attraction because they are differently charged. Attraction. If they were negatively charged and negatively charged, if they were both negatively charged, that means they have the same charge. That means it will be force of repulsion. If they were positively charged together, that means they have the same charge. It will still be force of repulsion. So the fundamental law of static electricity says that like charges, plus or plus towards plus gives you repulsion. So y plus towards minus gives you attraction. They attract each other. So that is the law of static electricity. So now the force happens to be here. Now this thing in relation to this, that's all explained. Now in relation to the Q, that's exactly what we're calling the principle of superposition. in relation to this force, to this charge Q3, if Q3 is negatively charged, then there is an attraction between Q1 and Q3. But if Q3 is positively charged, then there will be a repulsion between Q2. So the force exists there. We have an F1 here and an F2 here. So that's what the principle of superposition explains. So let's see with emoji if I should come back or not. Please. And if it's understood.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm not good though. I'm not good though. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm not good though. I'm not clear.
Is it only me that cannot see Ali's screen?
No problem.
It's only you.
Only you. I mean, it's only you. If I look over, you are looking.
No problem. No problem. Option. I'll come again. I'm trying to see. Yeah, shall we again? I said this is first charge Q1. Note it very well. Charge Q1. Show that I'm there. Yeah. This is charge Q1. And this is charge Q2. Let me be slow. This is charge Q3. So now, charge Q1 is the one at the center. It is the central charge. It has effect on this charge Q2. At the same time, it has effect on this charge Q3. So it's now determines on the nature of this charge Q1. It depends on the charges to get the type of force that is between them. Since there are two charges, right, there should always be a force between them. It is either the force of attraction or the force of repulsion. And what we know, according to fundamental law of static electricity, is that like charges will repel each other, repel on a certain round, they will run away from each other. While unlike charges will attract each other. That's why you see a girl telling a girl that you are beautiful, or a guy telling a guy you are beautiful. You go look at it and say, you'll be gay. You understand? A guy telling a guy you are handsome, bro. You go look and say, you'll be gay. Why? Because they are like charges. A like charge will repel a like another charge of its kind. While if you don't go country of lesbianism and gayism, but according to Nigeria, you'll be gay. I should go up from that. So why, if a woman, irrespective of how the woman is, even if she's ugly, if she passes through a man, you see the guy will still turn back and look. That one is the culture of Africa. The man will still turn back and look. There is that thing we call force of attraction between them. So let's use it as the example or the instance. Positive charge, call it the man. Negative charge, call it the woman. So the law of static electricity says exactly that like charges repels. As man, they pursue man say, no, come near me, you be human. Why they tell me say I'm fine? While unlike charges attract, that you always see man complimenting women, females. You always see a male complimenting females that you find that is attracted towards the female. That is the law. Like charges repels, while unlike charges attracts. So now, definitely with that explanation, I believe you should know that Q1 is positively charged and Q2 is negatively charged. They are unlike charges, so they attract each other. They attract each other. Yeah. So they attract each other, and that attraction is by a force. We now call the force of attraction. That force is exactly force of attraction. That's what we're trying to draw out. So if the both of them were the same charge, then it would be force of repulsion because they will repel each other. Now coming to this, positive charge and negative charge. Let me use a positive charge for Q3. You should believe that they are both positively charged, right? So the effect will be repulsion. There will be a force, and that force will be force of repulsion because they will repel each other. That is the basic law. That's why we're calling it fundamental law. It is very, very basic, very, very fundamental. So the first is force of repulsion because the charges are the same. Like charges repels. What is your welcome? Like charges repels, while unlike charges attracts. So now the principle is now that the one explaining that Q1 is having effect on charge Q2 and at the same time having effect on charge Q3. That is the superposition. Hope I've seen someone that has understood me here now. Please just show with emoji. If you haven't gotten it, thank God. I've seen one person. 2, 3. Mr. Hosseini, do you have any question? That's fine. That's fine. BOG. Mr. Master has already understood. That's fine. Okay, Mr. Hosseini, let's hear from you. Do you have any question or it was a mistake?
That's all.
All right.
I'm okay.
Okay, Ms. Adenike. Ms. Adenike, name sounds very familiar. I think you were once in our class. I think it was last semester. Let's hear from you.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh yes. Sorry, that aspect of that superposition, can you please just take it again? Just that aspect alone, not from the beginning.
The
Just that last.
superposition is exactly about one basic force that is having effect, one basic charge having effect on other charges at the same time. This charge is having effect on Q3 and having effect on Q2 at the same time. That's the principle of superposition. Right there.
Yes.
Okay, so now with this, I think we've covered that. I don't know if I should just enter an example with this right now. So I have a textbook that should have something like that. The question says, find, okay, 3 charges. This is the question here. I have it in this textbook, this exact code. I don't know if it will be the same with the question in the material, but at least one thing I pay material should be downloaded. So this is the one given 10 coulombs, okay, plus 10 coulombs. So we can see this is positive, right? So let's be relating, let's be moving to this is minus 20 coulombs. And this is minus 16 coulombs. So this is 2 meters between this one and this one, and 3 meters between this one and this one. So I would like to know from someone what type of force exists between this 10 coulomb charge and minus 20 coulomb charge. Who's going to give me the interface? Is it force of attraction or force of repulsion? Ms. Adenika, I wanted to call it. So now answer. She can't mute mic after I call her. Force of what? Admonition.
Repulsion.
I thought you said force of repulsion.
Attraction now.
Attraction. Force of
Force
attraction.
of attraction, they have a positive and a negative sign.
It's force of attraction.
Positive and negative. It is force of attraction now. Kingsmith. It is force of attraction. So the diagram is given now. We are asked to look for the 3 charges plus 10 coulombs minus 20 coulombs. So the unit of charge is coulomb. Note that. Find the resultant force acting on the 10 coulomb charge. Find the resultant force acting on the 10 coulomb charge. That means I'm going to consider 10 coulomb charge as minus 20 coulomb first. That is the horizontal. Consider the 10 coulomb charge and minus 16 coulomb second. So, and take them into the horizontal stuff and find the resultant charge. What do I call it? Resultant effect of the charges. So now let's start. Taking this one and this one, I'll call the force of attraction here F1. Are we together? I'm calling the force of attraction here F2. So now, according to Coulomb's law, who will tell me the formula again? the formula I'm going to use to know the force of attraction between both of them here. Anyone with the formula from Coulomb's law, it says that F is directly proportional to the product of Q1 and Q2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So if you were in last class, you understand that.
F
But if just know the formula now. F what? A minute.
says this one that is F equals to K Q1 Q2 over R square.
Perfect. So I would implore you not to be using K. Are you with me? I will implore you to use 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught instead of using that K. So it is thus 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught times Q1, Q2 over R squared. This is Coulomb's law. Please, if you really want to understand this thing, you must know osmotic money. You must know what is on this board. You must know this formula. Otherwise, you'll be unable to do anything. If you really want to understand this, you must know this formula. That is the law. You must know it. So it's not hard at all. So now, we know that 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is given to the what? You might not be given in exams. So please, who will tell me the value? 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is what? No, I don't want you, please. Sorry. Excuse me. All right, another person here with the value of 1 over 4 pi E naught, the constant. E naught is the
9 times 10 raised to power 9.
9 times 10 raised to the power of 9 units. All right, let me tell you the unit. It is very important. Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. It is important to note it. Newton meter squared, Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. So now, Q1, you write it out that Q1 is plus 10 coulombs, right? According to the diagram. Q2 is minus 20 coulombs, and Q3 is what? Minus 16 coulombs, right? So I'm going to use this formula. F equals 1 over 4 pi E naught Q1 Q2 over R squared. So now definitely I should have R1 and R2. So my R1 will exist with F1. I'm looking for F1 first. Please, hope I'm not confusing anyone here. Please just raise your hand if you are lost. So I'll quickly come back. I don't want to come back after I finish explaining. All right. Okay. So we're saying that we are given the charges already. So I want to look for the first force. We talked about superposition. So force that exists between these 10 coulombs and 20 coulombs first. Before looking at the force that exists between 10 coulombs and minus 16 coulombs. Let's take this one first, only this one. The force that exists between this one and this one, let's take it first. So then the force will be F1. And the radius, that means the distance rather, between the both of them should be R1. So my R1 equals 3 meters. And this one should be Q1, while this one should be Q2. This one will serve as our Q3. Mr. Austin, do you get it now?
Yes.
All right. So my F1 is now 1 over 4 pi E naught is, you might not be given these constants. Know them offhand. It's really not hard. It's just like knowing your phone number offhand. So since you are studying the course already, we all have experienced what exam is now. So Q1 is what? According to this, who will tell me the Q1 now? I really don't want to do it again.
Plus 10. That's 10 positive.
10 points. They're saying 10 point something. Ordinary 10. Times Q2 is what?
20 columns.
20 coulombs.
Perfect. Yeah, 20. All over R, I'll be using the ordinary 20. All over R is what? R1. So I'll use R1 squared. My R is the distance between the both of them that I'm considering. That distance is 3. So 3 squared. Am I right? I think doing the math here now, I have 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11. Please, everyone, do it. 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11. Use your calculator. F1 is what? Please, if you are moving with me, show with an emoji. I believe it's only Austin that is answering me, and Aminat and Kingsmith. Just show with an emoji if you are moving with me. It's Abigail. Kingsmith. Prodigy. Yeah. Okay. People are already answering. All right. So definitely they are getting it. So please just show with an emoji straight once you don't get it. An unpleasant emoji. What are you getting? I believe you should get 2 times 10 raised to power 11. 3 square will cancel 9. It will remain that. Is that it? After doing everything, what did you get as F1? Okay, so let me wait for you. I will have 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons. It's just simple. I did 3 square cancel 9. So it remains 2 times 10 raised to the power 11. So this is F1. Now let us come and consider this one. The force of attraction between plus 10 coulombs and minus 16 coulombs is F2. So F2 is going to be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 over, it won't be Q2 anymore. Q1 times, it won't be Q2 anymore. It is now Q3. You know, we call this one Q3. All over R2 squared. All over R2 squared. So now this is 1 over 4 pi E naught is 9 times 10 raised to the power of 9 times Q1 is 10, right? And
Yes.
Q3 is 16. All over R is 3. So that's R2. No. So sorry, R is 2, right? Am I right, everyone?
Yes.
R is 2 here. Can just be showing with reactions. So 2 squared. That's what I'm having. So from this now, I'm going to have 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of 11. So 3.6 times 10 raised to the power 11 newtons. Am I right? Please, those of you that are using calculator, I'm not using calculator to be sincere. So please, I don't want to make mistake at the end of the day and say, because I use head. Please calculate this. What are you getting? Calculate this. What are you getting?
You are
Who one
right.
is
It's 3.6 times 10 raised to the power 11. You are right,
all
Ali.
right? Okay, now I've gotten F1, right? I've gotten F2 too. Don't forget that this is the vertical, that is F2. This is the horizontal, that is F1. Now come here. We said this is the horizontal, F1. This is the vertical, F2. Vertical, F2, that's what? 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons. Horizontal, that is F1. That is 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons. We now have to find the resultant force. And there is always an angle like this. So, you know, it is vector. Who can define a vector here? Anyone that can give me the definition of a vector here? Anyone? I'll be waiting.
Vector is just what have quantity and magnitude and direction.
Magnitude and direction. That's what you said, sir. So definitely, if I find the magnitude of the resultant force, magnitude means the value and the units. I will need to know the direction. So the theta, the direction will always be in the place, like the angle. So that is the essence of putting this thing. The person that defined direction, did you understand what I explained now? And all other persons here. So now I'm looking for the resultant force. You know this is a right angle triangle. If I arrange it well, it is like this. Always show everything. This is this, and this is this. So I have this one to be 2 times 10 raised to power 11. This one to be 3 times 6, 3.6 times 10 raised to power 11. And this one is R. So to find the value of R, I use the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem or Pythagoras theorem. Am I right, everyone? Hope you are not getting lost.
Yes.
Please, everyone. Now, I want to be very sure no one is getting lost. I don't like the situation where we have gotten somewhere and we just have to come back from afar. All right, I like this. Okay, now using that theorem now, R, which is the one we are looking for, squared, equals to 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of 11 squared plus 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 squared also. So that gives us r squared equals 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of 11 squared. So who's going to give me 3.6 squared? 3.6 squared is what? 3.6 squared. 3.6 squared. Okay, it should be around
12.96 and 12.96.
12.96. So 1.29 times 10 raised to the power 23 plus 4 times 10 raised to the power 22. So let me use the 12.9. So my standard form will be okay. So my r squared, all your work is left to calculator now. No, I don't have calculator here. That's why I have to be stressing myself. 16.4 times 10 raised to the power of 22. So you can always use your calculator. Make sure you screenshot the page. And r like that equals to square root of 16.164. No, 16.4 times 10 raised to the power of 22. So r equals something. That should be 4 points. Please, square root of 16.4. This is the work of calculator. So square root of 16.4 is what? 4.2. So
4.2.
4.2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons. So I've gotten the resultant force, everyone. I've gotten the resultant force. So I'll just come here and say resultant force equals 4.2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons. I suppose there is a question like this inside our material. Abi? A question that looks like what we are treating.
I think so.
Because since they talked about the superposition. So now you're only looking for alpha now. Don't forget how alpha is inclined. It is inclined to the horizontal. So you call it this. We know what trig ratio are. Wow, I'm happy I'm saying law. Trig ratios are sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse, cos theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So people call it so far 12. So now I can use anything. Since I have the three values here, I can use anything. So let me use tan theta. That is the best to use. Tan theta. My own is not theta here, right? So tan alpha equals opposite over adjacent. What is the opposite? The opposite of the angle is like this. Make sure you show it. The opposite of this angle is like this. You can see this is the angle. So what opposite it? This is what opposite it. That is Kingsmate. It should always be recorded, right? So 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of 11 over adjacent will be the basic side, not the longest side. That is 2 times 10 raised to the power of 11. So with this one now, I'm going to have 1.8, right? 1.800. So tan theta equals to 1.8. So tan alpha rather. Alpha equals arc tan 1.8. So this is 70 watts, please. Anyone, arc tan 1.8. I'm like, we'll show that. Arc tan 1.8. Maybe 70 something.
Calculator.
It's in your phone now. Arc tan 1.8 is what? Anyone?
67.7.
It's something, 70 something or 80. Hey Joe. I never see calculator.
60.9.
Okay, 60.9. So that is 60 points. Is it 9 that is there? Yes. 60.9 degrees. So now, don't forget the question. The question was that find the resultant force acting on that 10 coulombs charge. So the force acting on 10 coulomb charge will be the force. You are going to write your conclusion that the force acting on the 10 coulomb charge is 4.2 times 10 raised to the power of 11 newtons in direction of what? 60.9 degrees. We said this is the magnitude, BOG, and every other person here. This is the magnitude you just mentioned. earlier. It remains the direction that we found. So the direction is now 60.9 degrees to the horizontal. Basically, this is the horizontal, right? It is inclined to the horizontal, not inclined to the vertical. This is the vertical, this is the horizontal. So 60.9 degrees to the horizontal, to the horizontal. So this is the conclusion of everything. Is there anyone that understands what we just did tonight or right here? Please, if you understand, show with an emoji. Mr. Ajayi, any question first?
Please, this thing that you explained that and theta, please, can you go to that side again? I think I'm lost there.
Okay. All right. Can you check? Okay. Talking about it again. Look at the diagram. This is the diagram we use to represent it. So, for those of us that haven't understood it too, so we actually would like you next time, sir, to just let us know. You should notify before we are done with it. So now I'm actually going back. Okay. So just, we have this diagram, and this diagram should be made. This diagram should be made a right angled triangle. This point should be the base. This thing should be the base. So what is the value? 2 times 10 raised to power 11 newtons. This one should be the vertical. The value is 3.6 times 10 raised to power 11 newtons. And this one is the resultant. It comes like this. You can see the way it comes. So it is 4.2 times 11 newtons. So this is the alpha. This is the alpha. That's the direction. Exactly. So now tan alpha, I want to use 2. Tan alpha equals opposite over adjacent. What is the opposite? 3.6 times 10 raised to power 2 times 10 raised to power 11. So this one is going to give me 1.8. Mr. Ajayi, are you with me? Please let me hear you. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
So tan alpha equals 1.8. So alpha equals arc tan 1.8. And using your calculator, they said we have the value of 60.9 degrees. So that is how we got it. You must always show that degrees. Since it's a vector quantity, the magnitude is gotten to be 4.2 times 10 raised to power 11 Newton. This is the magnitude gotten. So we need to get the direction. So we just call it 4.2 times 10 raised to power 11 Newton in the direction of 60.9 degrees to the horizontal. So that's it. You can really calculate it. You can screenshot this first.
Wait, we screenshot time.
We know they're comfortable as we hold this thing. I beg now screenshot fast. Okay, please. If you understand, let's see. If you do not understand, let's see from you. So I actually won't be going back though, but if you understand, let's see. Okay. Is that any guy? Okay, all right. That's nice. Okay, that's for this. What's your question, please?
On the other side, when the arrow square, that is when I have a question from. Yes. What
What's
did
the
you
question,
do?
please?
The square root of what that gave you 4.2?
16.4.
Square root of 16.4.
4.2 again.
I got 4.049. Okay. Mm-hmm.
What about you go again first?
How did you get the 4.2, please? I got 4.049. Why is it 4.2?
I was doubting it too. So are you sure that's what your calculator gives?
That is what square root of 16.4 is
I'm going to submit it.
4.04969. Even though you are approximating,
4.0
not
ní
4.2.
sọ fún pé kò lè jẹ́ 2. Fọlá pé mo gbọ́ prodigy náà tó sọ pé 2 ìmọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n ti yìí. I believe the 2 won't be 2 now.
4.049. 4.049.
I was expecting, I told everyone, use calculator. None of you answer me. This is what my brother told me. I was thinking it should not be 4.2, but he to use this. So I just say, don't let me stress myself again. 4 points.
Voila.
Send my my value calculator.
That's like approximately 4.5 and 4.05.
Okay. 4.05 times 10 raised to the power of 11. Thank God we didn't use it anymore. So it doesn't affect our results. So let us take it to one decimal place as others. So 4.1 times 10 raised to the power 11.
Just pay your brother to move back so we can screenshot this thing again. Thank you.
So it doesn't really affect our results. It's okay. They go capture this. It is not a bit flashlight here. Na light na light abi na explanation which one everyone saying the divergence will be much. It really work. Wow. Are you really seeing this one like this?
It's blow.
No, it's too blurry. You're not seeing.
Is
Carry that touch away first.
You can
Can it take off the light?
Go to like this. Go to like this.
are we getting to see now?
Yes.
So please, when you are done, let us know. So just move to the next. You might probably cover. Okay, please, if you really want us to leave this one, move to the next thing now. Let's see. I like it that way. I want to be sure we covered one thing. So, but one thing you should know is that you should also practice it. That's why you'll be perfect in it. Be perfect in it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I wrap this up. What's going on? Okay, here we are now. What did you? Are you here? What did you? Joy, welcome. And then check. Is it electric field? Electric field intensity, that is the next.
Electric field.
Electric field.
Yeah.
So now, here, I always do one thing. That is, for those of you who have noticed, I like knowing the base or knowing the roots of formulas, where the formulas come from. So if you were here last class, we exactly derived the Coulomb's formula that we just used today. We derived it out if you were here last class. So talking about electric field is a region or space around a charged body, where the effect of the body is being felt. So anywhere I can bring an electric charge, and I bring something near it, and I see that that thing that is near to that electric charge is being affected. So that region, this is this is a region now. This is a charged body, positively charged. I now bring something near it. The thing is negatively charged. I now discover there is an attraction between them. Definitely, I can call this region the field, which is electric. I believe I've explained it. Is that not it?
Please, can you come again?
I said this is a positive charge placed at the middle here. This is a negative charge. So this positive charge is here, stable or standby. I now brought a negative charged body towards it. I brought a negatively charged body towards it. So when I brought the negatively charged, I could discover that there is an attraction between the two of them. This one just attracts this one. So that's or I can discover there is, let me even call it that way. Let me use that attraction. That will be the best thing to explain it at the moment. So this is the region where I can feel the effect of this one. You can see that the effect of this one is felt on this one. It's like, look at the magnet. It's exactly the same as magnetic field. You know, there are some cases where I will bring a magnet and another magnet. If I do like this, they might not have effect on each other. But bringing the two magnets closer, as close as this, you will see them coming together. They will attract each other. So that region where the both of them attract each other, this region that they both got to before their effect could be felt, that region is the magnetic field. So if it is electric charges too, if the electric charges too, that region where they get to, where their effect starts to be felt, then that region is known as the electric field. So an electric field is the region of space, is the region or space around a charged body where the effect of the charge is being felt. That is electric field. So when we now talk about this intensity, it's actually when they mention electric field there, I am very sure it's not electric field they are talking about. It is the intensity of the electric field. How intensive is the electric field? So electric field intensity is always known as E. It is not E of voltage here, and it is not E for EMF. Electric field intensity, E, is defined as the ratio. It is the force per unit charge. Yeah. So that's the definition you will see in the material. Electric field is the force per unit charge. The force, that's the definition. Electric field is the force per unit charge. It explains the intensity of an electric field. How long can they be? How wide can the region be? That is what electric field intensity means. So this is the definition. Electric field intensity means the ratio of force to charge. It is force per unit charge. So know the definition like that. Maybe when we start working with Gauss law, if you're understanding it better. Please, do you get what we wrote on the board now? Electric field intensity equals to force over Q, where Q is the charge. Did you get this? Anyone?
Yes.
Anyone, please, any other person, should just show with reaction. I don't want to be left behind. After everything, someone will explain finish. You now say, I don't understand this one. I have to go back to that. I don't like that. So E equals F over Q. Note it very well. From this thing now, we are going to do some wonders. So cross multiply. F equals E times Q. Right? So cross multiplying gives F equals E times Q. So what is F? Don't forget F in Coulomb's law. F equals 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R squared. So now say that Q1 and Q2 are exactly the same. So it will be Q1 times Q1. That is Q squared. Please, if you do not understand, quickly signify, please. Okay. I said from Coulomb's law, we have that 1 over 4 pi E naught, where E is the epsilon, by epsilon naught, times Q1 times Q2 over R squared. This is Coulomb's law. But now, in this electric field intensity, we are talking about is just a unit charge, the effect of that charge itself. The effect of that charge itself. So it will be Q1 times that same charge itself, Q2. So Q1 times Q2 gives Q1 times Q1 rather. That is Q squared. Sorry, I'm being distracted. Q1 times Q1 give Q1 squared. So the Q is already the same. That is what we are saying there. So now let us use this whole thing to represent F in this equation. So 1 over 4 pi E naught epsilon naught R squared times Q squared. Abi, equals E times Q. I'm looking for the value of E. To find E now, I will divide both sides by Q. So I'll have Q squared over 4 pi E naught R squared Q equals E. So this is just how the formula is derived. Q cancel square. So E, which is electric field intensity, equals Q over 4 pi E naught R squared. So this is the formula for electric field. I just showed you how it's been derived. You think it's not useful, has been derived. I don't think it is useful to some people. So you just know the formula very well. So E equals Q over 4 pi E naught R squared. Okay, so people. See, forget about it. Forget about it. This is the formula. E equals Q over 4 pi epsilon naught R squared. Where Q is the charge. Epsilon naught is the free space permittivity of free space, and R is the distance between both of them. Pi is always known as pi, a constant 3.142, and epsilon naught, which is the permittivity of free space, is known as 8.9 times 10 to the power of 12, and E is the electric field intensity. So if you are taking 1 over 4 pi E naught, then you use 9 times 10 to the power of 9. So I think we'll do some work with this one. I don't just know if there will be an example under that string in the field. Is there an example under it? Let me ask that. Those of you that have the materials here, please. Is there an example under it? Under E equals under electric field.
Yes.
What is it?
There's an example there.
What do you say, Mr. Ajayi? All right.
There's an example. Should I call it out? Can you hear me?
Let's see the example then. Just share your screen. So let us note this formula somewhere and help people because of the example. After the classes, you can always go through the courses yourself. Let me write the formula out first. E equals Q over 4 pi E naught. Yeah, what's the example?
An electric field is set up by 2-point charges, Q1 and Q2, such that Q1 equals electric field is set up by 2 charges.
Share your screen. I'm not hearing you. Share your please. You are using the screen of the phone, right? Share your screen, please.
Yes. Okay. Where did I share it?
Press click on the 3 dots. Right bottom side of your phone. The 3 dots. You see.
Yeah.
Share screen are the second option. So share screen.
You shared now. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay.
Okay. You can help us to zoom it, right? You're sharing your screen with everyone. Okay, you're open to that.
Yeah, I've opened it. Are you finished?
The place that you read the question, open to that place.
This is it, yeah.
He shared it wrong. You have to open the space before sharing. You will not minimize. Open.
Okay.
before sharing. He
Now we
minimized
can
before
see this.
sharing.
I'm sharing it from the okay. Let me.
Now
I'm
go
sharing
back.
I'm using the system.
Yeah, just minimize
I'm
and
sharing it
open
from the system.
to
That's
that
why.
page again.
I'm sharing it. I'm using the system to open the course
Yeah,
material.
see,
That's why.
you know what you have is just to open the material. Minimize.
Material
Just
is
go to the material now.
not
And
my phone. It's on the system. How can I do it?
Is it your phone you are
yeah, that's
using
all.
to check for the material or your system?
The material is on the
No,
system. The
he's
material is on
using
the
his
system.
system. You can use your system to share the screen now.
Depend.
No, I
Okay.
didn't connect it. I didn't connect it.
Okay, well, yeah, use your phone. Use your phone.
What you can do, you can
Minimize it.
snap it and then send it and share.
I want to
Okay.
confirm if
Let me
it's
do
not a
that.
question, something like question of truth. Mm, okay. Uh, uh, that's why I was asking now. This is the question, exactly the question we treated earlier. So you should go and practice this one by yourself. You understand? Anyone that is with me here, go and practice this question by yourself. It is the same as the question we treated earlier. This question that is being
Okay.
shared. Yeah. Mr. Shegun, it is the question, it is exactly the same as the question we treated earlier. So everyone can practice it on their own. Okay, let me assume there are no questions at the moment. Let's
Let's
see if
let
this
him
one
scroll
can go.
down now so that we'll see the next topic. This is the previous one you treated. Let him scroll down.
Okay, please continue.
Seven is okay. That's the question he was reading.
Okay, find the electric field at the points A. Show the explanation finished tonight. Right? But is it showing fully now? Okay, showing fully. So we have this. An electric field is set up by 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 such that Q1 equals minus Q2 equals 12 times 10 raised to the power of minus 9 coulombs and separated by a distance of 0.1 meters as shown in figure 3.3. Find the electric field at point A and point B. This is point A, this is point B. Draw this thing separately. Let me quickly draw it out first. Okay, with my own camera should be showing like this.
Yes, your camera is showing.
Small baby. And I mean, also, I be drawing. I go manage my drawing. You. You. Q. This is 0.0 times. Is it exactly the thing that is there? 0.1 meters. 0.04 meters. This is this. The electric field is set up by 2 points here, this Q1. Sorry, wait, I'm coming. I'm receiving a call. Sorry. No. Okay, I think it's complete now. As by distance of this, as shown in this, find the electric field at the points A and B. This is point A down. And where is point B? Electric field at point B. So everyone, take a good look at the question now. So find the electric field at point B. Okay. Don't worry. I'll explain it somehow to you, and it will still be our explanation in the next class again, this same question. So because of one person, to be sincere, I had to stop before. But because we've already brought the question, that's why I want to stop it. So if you don't understand it mathematically, don't bother too much. EA and EB, that means the electric field intensity at A and at B. That's what we're looking for. There have the two charges given to B. Forgotten. This 12 point what?
12 points. Can you hear me? 12 times
12 times 10 raised to power minus 9 coulomb.
Yeah, thank you. So 12 times 10 minus 9 coulomb. That is the charge. So for this one, for this plus Q1, it is plus. And for this minus Q2, it is minus. So now to find the electric field intensity, they said towards A and towards B. Let me say towards A first. Where's my A? This is my A, right? So this is 0.04 meters. This is 0.1 meters. This is 0.05 meters. This, I think you have to open the mathematical sense of yours this night very well. Because what we need is from plus Q1 to A. I need that first. From plus Q1 to A. So that's going to be, this is 0.05. So it is out of it. What I need is just Q1 from plus Q1 to A is going to be 0.1 minus this 0.04 meters. So that's, I'm looking for this and I have the overall of this. I'll just remove this one from it. That's 0.06 meters. So that is the distance for this one. And we're working towards A. Don't forget that. We are working towards A first. And this is minus. So from minus Q1, I don't have to put minus Q1. Okay, minus Q2 to A, this same A, it is what? 0.04 meters. Do not forget that. 0.04 meters. So one of them is 0.06 meters, and one of them is 0.4. So I have to calculate the electric field intensity of Q1 at A and the electric field intensity of Q2 at A. Are we together? Before I start doing English now. Another person, are we together? All right. Okay, the formula for electric field intensity, if it is for Q1, so electric field intensity for Q1, let me just use it as E1 equals plus Q over 4 pi Let me write it off. 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught r squared times q. Abi? Am I moving together with you guys?
Yes.
So, what is my q? My q is 12 times 10 to the power 9. 12 times 10 to the power of minus 9 over, 1 over 4 point, 1 over 4 point epsilon naught to 9 times 10 to the power of 9. Hope I'm not becoming too fast now, guys. Are we moving well? Are we moving well? So over r squared. So what is the r for this one? The r is
0.0.
0.06 squared. So this is 12 times 9. So 12 times 9 is going to be 108. So 108, that's 108 all over 0.06 squared is going to be 0.36. So 108 divided by 0.36 is what? I'll get my first electric field intensity with the unit of newtons per coulomb. 108 divided by 0.36 is what from anyone?
300.
Sir?
300.
So this is going to be 300 newtons per coulomb. So how we got this one, is it clear to everyone? Yeah. All right, one person.
So, what about the 10 raised to power 9?
10 is to power 9 and 10 is to power minus 9. They will cancel each other out. They will cancel each other out. See, look at what we are doing again. I said E1 to calculate the electric field intensity for Q1 first at point A, at point A. So to calculate the electric field intensity for Q1 at point A, so that's going to be E1. Using the formula for electric field intensity, Q over 4 pi E epsilon naught r squared. Q is given to be 12 times 10 to the power minus 9. That's Q1 times 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 times 10 to the power 9 over the r squared. That's 0.06 squared. So we have here 1 over 108 over 0.36, and that gives us 300 newtons per coulomb. That is the unit of electric field intensity. It is unit of newtons per coulomb. Now that is E1. So electric field intensity for Q2 now at A, that is going to be E2, right? So that's going to be E2. I need to be showing these things. That's going to be E2. And then E2 is going to be Q2 minus Q2 over 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. Am I right? So what's my Q2 that?
Minus 12 times 10 raised to power 9.
So 12 times 10 raised to power 9 over
Sorry,
R
what
is
was the
what? Now look at
minus?
the R of this one. R is what we are working with the values. Don't need the charges at the moment. 0.04.
What of the minus of the 12?
We are not using it at the moment. Wait. Times 9 times 10 raised to power 9. So if you are converting, let's see. Okay, so now let us work with this one now. What are we going to have? Times 10 raised to power minus 9 and times 10 raised to power 9. So this is going to be 108 over 0.04 squared, 0.16. All right, I'm waiting for you, please. 108 over 0.16. That's what?
675.
675.
675.
5, yes.
675 newtons per coulomb. So this is E2. So now the electric field intensity at A, now the electric field intensity at A should be equal to E at 1, E of the electric field charge. So the electric field intensity of the Q1 plus electric field intensity of the Q2. That is the answer for this one. I'm not doing it like the resultant force here. So what is the one for Q1? That is what? 300 plus E2, 675. So this is going to give me 975 newtons per coulomb. So this will be the electric field intensity at the A. So that will be the first thing we're asked to look for. Are we getting it, guys? Are we together?
Yes.
I mean, that's
Sorry, that minus that is in the question, that means the minus is not going to affect this
no, now
E.
I'm working with the minus. You guys should not be putting the minus. You just know the minus is telling you the nature of the charge.
Okay, thank you.
Because I made that mistake
Listen,
earlier.
so to look
Ali,
for EB, yeah, I'm
please,
here, I'm here.
I have a question.
Okay,
This
all right.
0.04 square you are doing, you are just using your head and it's giving you this one. But if you try using the calculator, it's giving
Oga na him jare,
But
wetin
I
you
don't
dey
know why
talk? Go be
Can
zero
you
point
hear
zero
me?
it
one
is
six.
what
If you are using your calculator, like this 0.04 times 0.04 is 1.6 times 10 raised to power
Oga
minus
shut
3.
up, wetin you dey talk?
I first analyze.
Dis go be 0.001. Dis girl just get wahala for dis thing. You record my check.
Yes, he's right. So it should be 0.0016.
I've shown the workings. I've shown the workings. When I ask you now, you have to admit it. I ask you now, none of you will answer. So I'll be waiting. Please, if you can mute your mind, please. So to get EB now, we are using the same method. So for the EB looks complex. It looks complex. Let me look at the dancing again. I'll be very sure. Is this one the right angle triangle? If it is the right angle triangle, then it is move. It is good to move this. Is it point A and B? Right? Mute your mind, precious, please. Find the electric field at the points A and B. And this is not your right angle triangle. Can. Huh?
Sir, there is mistake in that 0.04 square.
See, that one is you guys when you are working on yours, you just take it well. You understand, sir? If it was a test for me to a class work, I would get a better calculator. Since no one would answer, just give the answer. So let everyone be moving them. So anyway, anytime you have calculation, don't let me even ask before you get the answer. So that would be nice. That of asking without responses. So I'm trying to look at the point B, how the angle is related. I have 0.1 meters. 0.1 meters, 0.1 meters. And what else? I'm given an angle of 60 degrees here. E kilo E B, that is the electric field intensity of. So EB 0.1 meters. I'm coming the triangle now. You have to work it out. This is not a question I've solved for once. So I just have to look at it again. Let's see what this is. So it is still a right angle triangle. How will I even know if it's a right angle triangle? Shall I just assume then? Assuming it's the right angle triangle. That's the best assumption. Then
This angle that looks like an isosceles triangle. Can you draw it out and let's see?
Like, the triangle should be considered. That's what we use to get. Okay, the distance of Q1 to the B, I think it is given, plus Q1 to B. That's exactly 0.1 meters. And minus Q2 to B is what is not given. That's minus Q2 to this E2 is just 0.1 meters. So, well, so I think I will suggest you let me go through the question myself again, and we'll be taking it fully in the next class. We've taken out part of it, right? So, yes, I'll just keep looking. Time will go before I discover how to do. Do you understand, everyone?
Yes, we understand it.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. So I have to look at the question myself again too. So it's going to take my time then because of the and it's even an example. It's an example. So we'll be treating it exactly in the next class. Maybe God actually wants us to treat it in the next class. That was my intention at first before the question was brought out. So definitely we've touched out of half of it now. So going through it later then. So everyone, God help us all, and may we also see. I believe in one or two ways. Everyone have one or two things. So thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate your efforts.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank